Jason&Jabari.
Alrighty, what's up guys? This is Jason from the Jason and Jabari Gaming, and today we will be picking up our Star-Lord. Me and Forgotten have finished the second round of glitched incursions, which guys, your hacks are really going to matter on this one, in my opinion, a lot more so than the first go round, because the AI seems a lot stronger with their node combinations. They seem very intentional, and it gets very, very difficult towards the end. Not impossible, nowhere near impossible, but just beware of that. So that's my PSA. But here we go. So Star-Lord to me looks pretty interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and pick him up here, and I'm gonna talk about him real quick. Now I've seen some people that think that he's really, really amazing. I've seen other people that say he's mid. At the end of the day, we all are entitled to our opinions of a champion. Just because you have an opinion of a champion doesn't make it law, doesn't make it, hey, this is what it is, because that's only going by your own standards and your own logic. And most of the time what a lot of people do is they'll advocate that this champion is a good or bad champion based off of only a few different things, to support why they feel that way without looking at an overall general picture of a champion. In my opinion, once again, my opinion, he's a pretty good champion for long form content. I think he's like the next Aegon type champion, so long form content and alliance war. So that being said, I know that there's going to be like a way to awaken him and things like that, but I'm not waiting for it. We're going to go ahead and awaken him now. But first, let's see what the awaken ability does. Precision buffs on Star-Lord expire slower, and the duration of Star-Lord specials he takes is reduced damage from all sources. So that's what his ability does. Nothing special, but I asked my officer if I could take him to rank 4, which we're absolutely going to do. And we're gonna have a blast with him. His crit rating is crazy. It's really, really good. So I'm going to give him we can give him additional crit rating. Actually, yeah, we can give him additional crit rating. His critical damage is already up there, so, and on defense I don't actually know, because I probably would never use him on defense. So we can just go for the standard block pin, even though that's not really a thing. I do find it interesting that he has the fractured power bar. I find that pretty cool. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and throw this into him, and we're going to go ahead and start taking him up. I think we're going to get him close to level 40, closer, yeah, 35. So yeah, he's close to 40. And now let's go ahead and upgrade him. Hopefully I can record some wars with him for you guys, but that's what type of champion I think he's going to excel at. AQ, obviously no one really likes AQ, but I think he'll do decently well in AQ. EQ, if it was the old model of EQ, he would do decently well. The only reason why I'm not entirely sure he would do decently well in the newer form of EQ is because you only get to use one champion per fight, or at least in Valiant. So he's not going to be able to ramp. So I'm not entirely sure, but old form, if you're not doing Valiant, then yes, in my opinion, he's going to shine. So here he is at rank 2. But I don't think he's going to be a good Battlegrounds champion. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I don't think he's made for that, and that's okay not to have a champion that is made for every game mode. Coliseum, I'm not entirely sure how well he would do in Coliseum, because you have a time limit, so I'm not entirely sure that that's you know, his forte either. It could be in certain circumstances, but I'm not going to swear to it because I haven't tested him in the Coliseum, so I don't know. Initial thoughts of that, I'm thinking probably not the best, but he could be pretty viable if you can ramp him high enough. But I can't swear to that. So here he is in all of his glory. Let's go to him. Where are you, Mr. Star-Lord? All right, there you are. And yeah, we're going to take a screenshot of that bad boy. Now, I'll be back with some gameplay. Again, he is a ramp up S champion, so I wouldn't expect much. And there are champions that can do it better than him, than faster than him, but that doesn't make him not a good champion for those game modes. So I think he is going to be phenomenal for Alliance War, more specifically, especially now that he is tactic champion. And I think he's going to be phenomenal for long form content. Okay, so those are the reasons why I mainly took him up. I know he's more niche. I do know he's not everyone's cup of tea, but again, I like the champion, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day, guys. So I'm going to show you some gameplay, and I will be back. See you in a bit. Okay, guys, we're here with the gameplay, and I'm going over his abilities real quick. He has his element gun. He feels exactly like the old day Star-Lord. Play styles is exactly pretty much the same. Really, he's a ramp up S champion, so you really want to be in his element gun water mode to build up your ramp faster. He has earth, wind, water, and fire. You know, kind of like the airbender style type. And really, that is the water icon that you see above. You want to throw off your special one. The way that you can change your mode or your element, so to speak, is to do a second medium, and you'll change your mode. And while you see that green icon up, that's building up your ramp faster. So the max number of persistent charges that he can have is 20. That means he's fully ramped up, and I mean he starts hitting extremely hard. You see our combo meter going up. I do have these fights sped up a bit simply because I did a considerable amount of fights in long form content, which I am advocating that he does do long form content very, very well, in my opinion. So that's why I have him sped up. So that was the first fight in 58 seconds. Was at 5.50, yeah, 550,000 health pool right there in 58 seconds for the first fight. Now that's going to get faster, and we're not fully ramped up either. So the next fight, we have this Captain Marvel, and the only thing you guys are going to be seeing me do is ramping up my combo first. So I'm trying to get to the water element gun, and I'm trying to fire off my special ones. The good thing about the fractured power bar is you don't necessarily have to be at 1 bar. You can be at 3 bars if you want, and you can throw off your special one. Now, if you don't want to change your mode, you can just do light attacks, and you won't change your mode ending with a light attack. But if you do a second medium, then you will. Now, she went down in 42 seconds, so we shaved off some time there for around the same amount of health pool. And now we're on to this Juggernaut, and we are at 18 charges. So in 2 more charges, which we will be at in this fight, then we will be fully ramped up. Now, we didn't actually have to go to the element water here, but I ended up going for it anyway. He's already halfway down by the time I got to my first special one. I do mess up this fight a bit. He does slow us down a bit thanks to his unstoppable, but we are now fully ramped up. So now what you want to do at this point is you want to go for your precision. You want to go for your fire element gun, and you want to go for your precision element gun. The precision is going to make, that's the earth one, that's going to make your hits do more damage because they have a physical vulnerability on them. And the element gun for the incinerate does additional incinerate damage. Now, when he does have class advantage, the timers of everything increases, so that is worth noting. And we are on this Rhino. This is the first time we're fully ramped, so we're going to see how fast we can take down this Rhino. And we did take Juggernaut down even faster than we ended up taking down Captain Marvel, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. I just didn't catch the time on that. So anyway, now we're just going for hits. I thought I threw off my precision, but it didn't stick. I don't know why. But anyway, he's dead. 81k, 33 seconds. So he can get incredibly fast, hit incredibly hard. His SP2s has a guaranteed crit on it, but I didn't use his SP2 as much. We're not going to go against the Storm. I was just showing you guys the Rhino. We're going to go ahead and head over to Labyrinth of Legends, where they have 1.5 million health. And we're going to start off against this Red Hulk. I'll show you guys 3 fights here. I showed you guys, what, 4 fights on that one, 3 fights on this one. So this is all 1.5 million health. I will ramp up the whole amount of the 20 charges against this Red Hulk here on this one singular fight, so that is good. And like I said, in my opinion, he's going to excel at long form content such as these game modes, maybe a Necropolis-S type game mode that's coming up at some point potentially, and also Alliance War, which I'm very excited to take him into Alliance War and see what he can do, take on bosses and things like that. Obviously, he doesn't have any immunities or anything like that. The only thing he has going for him are his crits and his combo shield, which does help out against someone like High Evolutionary, that sort of thing. But other than that, you know, it's Star-Lord, and I love Star-Lord. I used to always love Star-Lord. So the reason why I didn't go for SP2s is because the damage is capped at 50,000, and he is hitting 50,000 on his SP1s. So it didn't make a lot of sense to go to SP2s to do 50,000, because that's waste in my opinion. But that's the only reason why. So you guys can see how fat his SP2 guaranteed crit can be if you want to go through the Realm of Legends, but you probably won't see it on Labyrinth of Legends or even Acropolis, because I think that's capped out at 86k. So yeah, but anyway, we're getting ready to wrap up this fight. We are fully ramped up, as you can see, and that took us 1 minute and 48 seconds for 1.5 million health. I do think that's actually really good. I know some people may not agree with that, but I think that's respectable. Now we're going against class disadvantage, and we're going to go against Old Man Logan, and we're going to see how fast we can take his 1.5 down with class disadvantage. The thing about class disadvantage in Labyrinth of Legends is they evade a lot more when you're at the disadvantage, so you have to prepare yourself for that. Other than that, he does have that little tiny baby heal, so that's not really mitigating anything. But at this point, since I am ramped up, like I said, I'm going for my Incinerate, and I'm going for my Persistent charge, so I can hit him harder and those Incinerates tick him down at the same time. Now you can get the benefits of both of those in a single shot, but you have to time it perfectly when they're trying to attack you. It's not exactly an intercept, because I have intercepted him with it and it didn't work. The timing needs to be precise. Like the window is very small, so that's why I didn't end up trying to do that, because I'll need more practice at doing that. I just went for all SP1s in this fight, and now I'm going to go for the Incinerate. We have that up. That's ticking for about 5,000 a tick, just shy of 5,000 a tick, which is very good, and we're hitting extremely hard. Even with the class disadvantage, there's more 50Ks for you guys who love big yellow numbers, or at least as big as it's going to get for a Labyrinth of Legends fight. He can do that pretty consistently as well. And now we're going to go ahead and finish him off with one more SP1, and let's see the time on that. 1 minute 35 seconds. So we have already shaved off time. Let's see if we can go even faster with this last fight, and this is going to be Elektra. This is neutral class, by the way, so we don't have class advantage or disadvantage. The first fight was Red Hulk, we did have class advantage. Second fight was Mutant, we had class disadvantage. Now we're just going to go for a neutral fight, same amount of health, and let's just see what we can do. Now we do have the benefit of not going for the element water gun, so we're just going to go straight for precision, and we're going to go straight for Incinerate. And I kind of messed that up a bit. I think I went to the fourth one, which is the air, which just pauses what mode you're in. So first we go for the precision. So now our hits are going to do more damage because we have that energy vulnerability on her, or excuse me, physical vulnerability on her. And then we go for the incinerate. I tried to get a cheeky little backdraft, but she didn't want to go for that. So that was fine. We get back to our precision. We are hitting really, really hard, by the way. In my opinion, he's doing really impressive numbers, fully ramped up as he should be. And we're gonna go ahead and I think I messed up my combo. I'm so accustomed to doing double mediums that I keep going through my modes on accident because that's just how I'm used to playing. But we don't technically have to do that. We do get a nice little intercept there, and we finish her off. So down she goes in 1 minute and 23 seconds. So I think that's good. You guys let me know what you think. I definitely am excited to show you guys some war footage with him, but I want to know your honest thoughts on the champion. Again, it's a niche champion. I'm not saying he's the best champion at all by any stretch of the imagination, and he's definitely not a Battlegrounds champion, which is okay in my book. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.